Barely, but I'm alive. Woo! Yeah! Like she said, my name is Lucky Jacobs. It's not my real name. My real name is actually Brian Jacobs, but everybody calls me Lucky because I look like the Lucky Charms guy. Hit hard times. Yeah. You see it too. Yeah. And yes, ladies, they are magically delicious. Just like the Lucky Charms guy, sometimes I come in a box. All right, no dirty mouths. No dirty mouths. Wait, no, you got it, you pervert. You're the only one in this room that got that joke. Anyway, normally I do like a bunch of bits, like Scooby-Doo remake of the Old Yeller. But no, tonight's kind of a special night for me. It's my personal holiday. It's a holiday that I like to call my day of change. No, not when I go through puberty, because obviously, look at me. But no, I call it my day of change. It's a very special day for me. Every year, I normally have a facial hair of some type, usually a beard, and I shave it all off. And I do this to celebrate change. 22 years ago, huge change in my life. And since then, I've celebrated that change and all the changes in my life. The best way to explain this, how I celebrate the good and the bad changes, is with The Joy of Painting by Bob Ross. Have you guys seen Bob? You guys all know who Bob Ross is, right? Have you seen The Joy of Painting? Have you watched an episode? Everybody here has watched an episode of Joy. Fabulous. It's one of those great shows where you can be really mellowed out and not even be high. Just be like, let it happen, man. Yeah, that tree does need a friend, man. That's awesome. For most of the show, you're really mellow, right? And it's really great. And here's the thing. I was watching Bob Ross this episode, and he had these, he's like magic. He's like a magician, right? He sits there and he tells you exactly what he's doing. He shows you what he's doing. You watch him the whole time, and you still have no fucking clue how he did it. He's like a magician. It's magical. Anyway, so he had this amazing autumn scene, with the pretty trees in the background, and the cabin, always has a cabin in the path, and a field, and then he looks directly at the camera, and he goes, "Time for a courage test." And then, bam! Big black line down the center of the freaking painting. And you're going, no! Why, Bob? You ruined it. Why? Now, I know that seems like an overreaction. But I think since you've all seen an episode of The Joy of Painting, you know you are emotionally devoted to this painting. And when he does that, it's like it's like the final season of Game of Thrones. And you ruined. Why? But he keeps going. And that little big black line that you thought absolutely ruined the painting becomes this absolutely beautiful tree with highlights and just adds more depth and beauty to the painting. And you're like, holy shit, Bob, why didn't you just tell me that before? You just did the courage test. God. He even did time for a courage. Boom. He even did the sound effect. Boom. Anyway, but no. But then he turned it into this beautiful tree. And that's what I celebrate my day of change. All those black lines that just appeared in my painting and then turned into a beautiful tree. All those courage tests that I took that big giant leap into like just drawing that black line. That's what I celebrate my day of change about. So that's kind of the Bob Ross version of my day of change. And so I encourage you, maybe tomorrow or next day or whatever, make a day of change, Get your hair cut. Fuck it. Dye that hair. Even though you wanted to, you broke up with that guy a long time ago and you're like, fuck it, I need a dye change. So if you're going through a black line in your life right now, just remember, it's going to turn into a beautiful tree. The reason I celebrate those black lines is because they turned into a beautiful tree. They turned into adventures, locations, and people. It brought me to all of you. And me standing here, talking about Bob Ross. Shut up. He's a cool guy. Anyway, so here's to change. Night.
One more time for Lucky, everyone. Very nice. Beautiful. That was beautiful. You guys thought this was going to be like ha ha hee hee joke fart time. Turns out it's a TED Talk. We're going to... The reason most of us are here is because we can't afford to go to therapy. But we're all going to be okay. We're in this together. Give it up for your next comedian. Make a whole lot of noise. I haven't seen him in a while. He's a good guy. He's a very large man. Put your hands together for Red.